You pause before sending it, not because it is wrong, not because you do not know what you are doing, but because something in you is still asking, is this right enough? So you read it again, adjust a word, change the tone slightly, take out one sentence, put it back, and from the outside, it looks small, almost invisible. Just a careful person being careful. But if you really look at it, that moment is carrying more than it seems. Because it is usually not just about the message. It is about what could happen if you get it wrong. How it could be read. How it could be judged. What it might suggest about you. And that same pressure does not just show up there. It appears in meetings, in decisions, in conversations, in the way you enter a room. It is there when you speak and then replay what you said. It is there when you choose and then question the choice. It is there when you act and then wonder whether you should have done it differently. A quiet thought sits underneath all of it. Not always in words, but the feeling is the same. Do not mess this up. There is someone, let's call her Lila. She is capable. She is thoughtful. She is not careless. She has done hard things before. But when something matters, her pace changes. Not slower because she is unqualified. Slower because she is trying to make sure nothing can be questioned. You can hear it in her thinking. Make sure this is solid. Do not miss anything. This needs to be right. And the more she reaches for precision, the heavier everything becomes. Because now it is not just about doing something well. Now it is about protecting herself from being wrong. And those are not the same thing. One allows movement. The other creates tension. One says, do your best. The other says, do not fail. That difference matters. Because when your mind is focused on not being wrong, even simple things start to feel loaded. For some people, this turns into over-preparing. You spend longer than necessary. You triple-check things that were already fine. You keep polishing what did not need polishing. For others, it turns into hesitation. You wait, delay, hold back until you feel more certain than anyone can realistically feel. And for some people, it becomes emotional management. You say things carefully, so carefully, that you stop sounding like yourself. You monitor tone, reaction, timing, everything. Different behaviors, same pressure. And what makes this especially draining is that it does not stop when the moment is over. Later, your mind goes back to it. Was that the right choice? Did that come across properly? Should I have said that differently? Did I miss something obvious? So even when nothing bad happens, your system stays activated. Still checking, still scanning, still trying to secure a safety that never fully arrives. And over time, that creates something constant, a background pressure to get everything right. Not occasionally, almost all the time. If you are honest, it is exhausting. Not just because of the effort, but because every move starts to matter more than it should. Every email, every reply, every choice, every small interaction. And this is the part most people do not see clearly enough. This is not really about accuracy. It is about fear of consequence. What happens if you get it wrong? How it might be perceived? What someone might think? What it might confirm about you? Because if getting something wrong feels like more than just a mistake, if it feels like exposure, judgment, or loss of worth, then of course the pressure will feel enormous. And if you sit with that for a moment, it explains a lot. Why small things feel heavy. Why decisions take longer. Why simple choices do not feel simple. Why nothing ever feels fully settled. Because when everything has meaning attached to it, everything starts to feel important. And when everything feels important, everything carries pressure. This is why people who look highly capable from the outside often feel so tired on the inside. Not because they cannot do the thing, but because they are carrying the emotional weight of what the thing might mean. And there is often history underneath that. Maybe being wrong was noticed quickly. Maybe getting it right made you feel safer. Maybe being careful became part of who you are. Maybe precision became the way you protected yourself. So now, your body reacts before your thinking even finishes. You tighten. Pause. Check again. Try to reduce the risk. But here is the shift. You do not need everything to be perfect. You need it to move. That does not mean becoming careless. It does not mean lowering standards until nothing matters. It means recognizing that movement creates information. And information is what helps you refine. Perfection does not create clarity. Engagement does. Action does. Correction does. Experience does. So the next time you feel that pause, right before you act, notice it. Not to fight it. Not to judge it. Just to see it. See the pressure. See the meaning you are attaching. See the fear underneath it. And then ask yourself, what am I afraid this will mean if it is not perfect? That question changes the experience. Because now you are not just inside the pressure. You are seeing it. And once you can see it, it starts to loosen. Pressure does not come from the task. It comes from what you attach to the task. You are not underperforming. You have just been carrying a level of precision that no human being can sustain all the time. And the moment you loosen that, the moment you allow movement without perfect control, is the moment things start to feel lighter again.